you sexy fucking misfits. So, I am redoing this video solo, unfortunately. The one with Reverend Pottymouth did not record his vocals while he was talking, so I will be trying to remember this from the top of my head. Bear with me. I will just talk while this runs in the background. So, welcome. First and foremost, thank you for your time and patience with me. I understand that it's not ideal having to wait for the content that you want, and I sincerely apologize for that. Unfortunately, I have been having way too many mental struggles to, be able to actually give you guys the content I feel that you are worth and deserve. And no, my computer did not lag at this point, where I'm talking to you. It did lag in the game, but for right now, we should be good. So the talking points that were brought up yesterday were silver, and how this game does not give you adequate enough silver. The game seems to forget that whenever there are event dungeons that are bombarding us with new equipment, we are too focused on getting that new equipment. So we don't exactly have the benefits of having armor and stuff stockholded in the backups. And when you get up to the higher levels of the game, you start to see that taking one piece of equipment that is of 6 stars and legendary rarity, legendary rarity, and it takes almost 4.3 million silver to get a 6-star legendary rare piece of equipment from 0 to 16. And we can't forget the additures of we have to do the enhancements, which means going into factions and getting those speed glyphs, the attack glyphs. They don't give you any crit rate glyphs that'll actually help you boost your damn crit rate, but they sure as shit want to give you the little charms inside of the forge for crit rate that don't give you shit either. So both aspects, I feel, are severely lacking in judgment and what could be done. But those also take silver, and the glyphs, when you get up to a higher point, start becoming more expensive. I noticed that with the 4 and 5-star glyphs, you start paying between 10, 15, or 20,000 silver per one glyph that you try to put on your equipment. And with that enhancement at that high of a price or a cost just to be able to put it on your equipment does not help you have silver or keep silver or maintain silver. And they will, the odds on you getting, because I do believe that this was a gripe that Reverend Pottymouth had at one point or another, was that the glyph cost versus the ratio of the percentile for the glyph that it's choosing to give you does not mesh well, I would have to say, is the word that I'm using. It's not his. But I would have to say mesh well, because they'll give you, on a 5 to 6 star or 4 to 5 star glyph, they'll give you the lowest percentile to give outright possible. And then if you try to upgrade that glyph to a higher upgraded level or percentile of it, it's costing you another 15, 20, 25, 50,000, 100,000 has been the highest glyph payment that I have seen so far for silver on this game. I feel it's redundant. I don't feel that glyphs should cost that much if there's not a guarantee that it's going to give you the highest fucking one. If they're going to make us run factions where we have to go in and get these glyphs starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and working our way up, I'm fine with that. But make each glyph coincide with the fact that the one before it is going to have the automatic 1 percentile. You shouldn't, on a 2-star glyph or a 3-star glyph, have it sitting of, oh, well, you're only going to get 1 percentile out of this. Possibly 3 for the highest, and so on and so forth. If you sit here and think about it, it would be more beneficial, based on the running of the game, to go into the glyphs and start getting them all in sections. Having everybody repeat each layer of it to continue going on and getting the higher level glyphs, if you're wanting to use them in succession, I feel like that would probably be the best bet. And make it to where there's no longer a 1 percentile on a 4 or 5-star fucking glyph, because that's just ridiculous to me. Another thing with the silver, and as I had already mentioned, higher up glyphs end up having higher payout costs. With the higher payout costs, the less silver you have, which means that you have to build into your reserves, which, building into your reserves at this point, yeah, they gave us an upgrade on our inventory. That's fantastic. Great. It still doesn't help with the fact that all of the 1-star items are like 1,500 or less to sell on, so you're not making your monies back. And if you are able to get up to nightmare mode in campaigns, you are still wasting your time trying to collect that equipment to sell off. At some point, it would be more beneficial to go running through spiders at the highest level, just so that way you can get the rings that may or may not need, and whatever ones that are in the original stuff that doesn't really pertain to your wants or needs of what you would like to have on your character, sell it off. I've noticed that running through Spider when event dungeons are not going on, I can get more money built up from selling the rings at 5 and 6 stars, along with necklaces and banners that do not hold any benefit to me. And selling them, I get more silver from selling those than I do anything else. And then, not only that, but we had also yesterday, before, I was stupid and didn't have my stuff set up properly, we were talking about summons. The summon portals and all of the fucking bullshit that goes on with that. I don't know if anybody else has the same particular issue that I have, which is, I have gone over my allotted amount on the blue shards, because I remember back in the day where they said if you summon at least 150 blue shards, now I could be wrong, so, we'll take it with a grain of salt, but if you summoned 150 blue shards, you were almost guaranteed a legendary on your 151st pull. That apparently has gone out the fucking window, and we had discussed about primal shards and how we find them excruciatingly dissatisfying. To sit here and recant what my co-host yesterday said, my husband, Reverend Pottymouth, he said that he has summoned well over, I believe, 800 primal shards within the last the 2 to 3 years. No. I could be. I would have to get the information from him, and this video is going to premiere later on tonight. So if he happens to be in the chat, hi, honey, in the future. If he happens to be in chat, ask him the number of primal shards that he summoned, but we both collectively stated that blues should not be allowed to be summoned on any fucking primal shards at all, especially with all of the bullshit that they are currently throwing at us with these summon pulls and everything else. That being, if you're going to promise something, follow through with it. As he said, he pulled a certain amount of shards. He still hasn't gotten a mythical pull. He hasn't gotten a legendary pull. Out of every summon that he pulled from the primal shards, maybe 2 or 3 of them were voids or purple characters or epic characters. That's the one that I'm looking for. It's epic characters. But he's pulled so many, and he's gotten more rare characters than he has gotten epics, legendaries, or the mythical. I believe he said that he's only had like 3 epics pulled from the primal shards, and the rest of them have been blues. I had made mention that I wish the primal shards, since they have those little piece bars where, like, if you summon one, you were supposed to get at least 25 pieces off of it at one point. Don't know when they stopped that shit. But I had made mention that if you got a blue summon off of a primal shard, they should at least drop 20, 25 pieces of the primal shard for you to collect, so that way you can start earning another primal shard to try and summon something else. He said that it was a good idea, if I recall correctly. If not, again, he may be in chat. Ask him. But I feel like if they gave you more benefits to getting a lackluster summons, that it would level out the playing field. Another fucking thing that we had discussed yesterday that I wish I could have had all of his commentary for, or would have had something that would have shown you that he was talking, I guess is what I'm trying to get at here, is we were talking about tournaments and how it's extremely difficult to be able to even log into a tournament on the homepage because it lags. I don't know if it happens with everybody else, but it lags me out so bad that I can't even open it. This is just playing through, so don't mind it. Oh, quick reminder to myself, before I even fucking forget, let me get that back to where it was. It should be shortly after this, and all of these stupid ass pop-ups that you're seeing. Go into clan. Go into clan, past self. God damn it, go into clan. Okay. Members and pods. Draku deserves a huge fucking shout out. I don't know him personally. I know that he's been with our guild since we started up. He hasn't left us. He hasn't bitched. He hasn't complained. He does try to do the best that he can, but a lot of us forget that in order for our guild to progress, we have to do these clan quests, and right now, Draku's the only one that's been kind of carrying us with that. I've been trying to get back into getting into the clan quests. It's just very difficult because, as I had mentioned yesterday, Chimera came into play, and everyone basically forgot that we still needed to do clan quests in order to progress through the guild. So, I appreciate this person, and I hope that he eventually sees this, or she eventually sees this, they eventually see this, because I don't know who they are. I hope they see this and know that this guild does appreciate the work and effort that they put into it. Same thing with Covman. He's been running the game with us since we first started up. He hasn't... We are a guild that doesn't really talk much in chat. We try to keep up to date on the promo codes that they send out from when we can remember to check. And, yeah, just I totally appreciate my guild. And I don't think that they get enough appreciation. I don't think they know that I appreciate them, but I fucking adore them. Carrying and continuing on. So, the tournaments page lags out, and I don't understand a point in being able to try and go into a tournament when you can't open the page. Another thing that was discussed, was the unfair ratios when it comes to the summoning polls, since we were just talking about that. The ratio on a summoning for a mythical with a primal shard is about 0.5, between 0.2 and 0.5%. And then if you look at the legendary summons on a mythical, it's like between 0.5 and 0.15%, I believe. It's been a minute since I looked at it, but then you've got like a 15% for epics, and then the rest of it is like 82 something, or 82% for rares on a primal, and that just does not make that, the mathematics on that are not matching up for me. The other unfair ratio aspect that I would like to discuss about this is fucking arenas. Arenas. If there is no way to separate content creators, pay to players, and fucking free to play players, this game is heavily unfucking balanced, because in live arena, tag team arena, or any arena in general, we are basically being pitted up against people that have the higher gears, the skill tomes to max out all of their fucking people, and they can just dump that money onto them. Whether they saved up over time, which, you know, if that's what you did, fucking good on you, congrats. But if you fucking bought all that shit, your ass needs to go in a completely separate zone in tag team arenas, live arenas, and just regular arenas. There needs to be a separate category for you fuckers that are sitting here buying your equipment, buying your books, buying your characters, and just paying your ass through it. I understand that you have the money, you have the finances, you're able to do stupid shit like that. But to be 100% fair, you are ruining shit for the rest of us. And I say that because I have paid about $30 collectively between two accounts. My husband's and mine, my main account. Both of our main accounts are the only thing that we've ever put any form of cash into, and it was a one-time fucking purchase between a span of 4 to 5 months before we decided to purchase again. So, don't fucking come at me with this whole, oh, you're pay to play. Oh, well, you're a content creator, because you're sitting here making content. Correction. I am making rage content against this game, and I have not yet to see a dime of getting any sort of creator content benefits out of this bullshit yet. So, as soon as I do actually start getting creator bonuses on my fucking shit for my characters, I'll let you know. And at that point, I'll sit there and tell you, yeah, I need to be put in a different category. I'm not exempt from shit. I'm really not, and I will fucking tell you that straight to your face. I do not believe that I should be exempt from anything. If I get creator content benefits, hell yeah, put my ass in a different fucking category. That way, people can fucking sit here and actually have a chance to do stuff with the game. Another thing that I get aggravated as fuck about with this game is the fact that they want to bombard us with everything. There was Curse City, then there was Siege, and Doom Tower, and now Grim Forest. How much shit are you going to keep adding to a game to make it unfair? It honestly, if guilds are not able to meet requirements to do Siege, or if there's not a lot of guilds participating in Siege, take it the fuck out of the game. And fucking move the feral ability, or the feral gear, to being able to get that shit to a different section that you're wanting to keep into the game. Because as far as I know, Siege has been damn near silent for me. I haven't gotten notifications about it going. I haven't received any information about when it's starting. And with everything that they bombard me with on this fucking game, I can't keep it in track. It's not within my rotation cycle. It is not something I actively remind my clan to, hey, this is going to be happening this week. Let's not forget. I mean, we got to go through CVC. And usually, when we were going through CVC, right after CVC, that's when fucking Siege would hit. I mean, you cannot bum rush players into doing shit just because you think that's a good idea. I feel, as a player, it takes away from the game. I feel that it removes the creative aspect of allowing people to grow, develop, and see where they can get by their own fucking wits. Now, am I saying that it's something that needs to be ruined for everybody? Again, I will never advocate for it being ruined for everybody, but I do believe that balance needs to be a fucking key factor in order for a game to be good, in order for it to stick around a lot longer than what people assume it will. As a person who has had to create almost 5 accounts just to keep my guild up and going, it's a struggle. Just trying to remember all the shit that you have to collectively do in one fell swoop of an aspect. As you can see, my game lags really bad whenever I'm playing it. But yeah, tag team arenas, anything having to do with the arena in general needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be taken care of. It needs to be balanced out. Something needs to happen here. And I say that because it is fucking just chaotic, in my opinion. For others, it may not be. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people that are going to clap at me for this and just, voicing all the bad parts. I'm sorry, but I'm not one that's going to sugarcoat shit because I wasn't born to be fucking Willy Wonka. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to my bullshit, because guess what? This is just my opinion. It's only pertaining to me and whoever the else fucking agrees with me, but it's not like I'm trying to force them to agree with me. Hell, at Fury Terror. No, Fury Tear. There we go. Damn it. I'll get it eventually. But one person commented that he was also having issues with the live arenas and the other shit that was going on in the game because he felt that he was getting outmatched by teams that are way lower than him. And I can honestly say that I have experienced this shit. So has Reverend Pottymouth, because, he's not always politics. But we have both griped and bitched and complained about the arenas being an unfit, unfair fucking place to go and just try to fight or do anything in, because people who are supposedly 150 power levels below you are stomping your ass and you don't even know how it happened. And that's where the frustration comes in. And that's why I say, look, if you're going to have content creators, if you're going to have pay-to-play players, and you got a free-to-play section, you need to figure out a fucking way to segregate us on this, because this intermingling, meshing mix shit, unless people want to try and take on a pay-to-play player, a pay-to-play player, they should have a separate tab. And no, I don't think that means that the fucking pay-to-players should be able to come and stomp all over in the fucking tab where all the free-to-play players are, because that's just fucking bullshit right there. Make it fucking fair is all I think anybody who plays Raid is asking. We just want a fair fucking advantage. A fair fucking deal. A fair fucking gameplay where those of us who can't pay to fucking play this shit have a way to still feel like we're not getting fucked out of the deal. Yes, I had a defeat. It's humiliating and suffering. It's whatever. But still, what's the point in having a game where if you say that it's a tag team arena, you don't get to go in with your guild members and actually select a team play up? They are missed out on a whole opportunity of being able to allow people to get excited for characters they don't have by witnessing what those characters can do from their guildmates who built them, and allow for discussion and conversation. And I feel that that is where they have severely fucked up on their part. Had a great idea, had a great opportunity, and boy, did they fucking, overestimate themselves on how good this idea was. And it, fucking, it didn't even overshoot the landing zone. It barely made it past the fucking bow when it was shot, in my eyes. And the other things that we had suggested, because by this time last night when we had recorded this video firstly, but because of my dumbassery, I forgot that he was on a separate computer talking, and I had my desktop muted. So, shame on me. We had mentioned that the first things that we suggest whenever you start up a new game, A, open up all of your shop. The only reason why we say open up all of your shop is because it's kind of going to be a mandatory thing, especially if you see a blue shard at the end of that you want, and then, you miss out. But it's going to take silver and gems, your red gems, the ones that you collect from your daily logins and so on and so forth. But it'll take those. And then after that, we also suggest saving up 500 to get your mine open. And then after you get your mine open, we also then suggest that you open up your sparring pit full on, so that way you can put 5 people in there to level up each day. And of course, that doesn't mean that you're going to get a level each day. From 1 to maybe 10, you can get done if you're right there at the computer for hours, which this game shouldn't be that hard to keep you here for hours if, whatever. But we did the sparring pit suggestion. I also suggested that when you first start off on this game, these potion keeps that I'm running right here in this video are open for 7 days. All of them. Every single one of those potion keeps are open for 7 days. My recommendation is take a day for each one and run them. Run all 40 of your shit after you've gotten done with your daily activities and whatnot, and run all 40 of your auto battles or your multi-battles in the potions keep. Then after you get done with your potions keep, my next recommendation is to run your characters through Minotaur Masteries, just so that way you can get them upgraded with each ascended star that you're going to have, because if you don't focus on those things, you will not be able to get up to hard, brutal, or nightmare mode in campaign. And as far as I can remember, I believe that is everything that we had discussed. There was the silver topic, the primal shards, and how we wish that they would drop some of the shards when you summoned on a ship pull like a rare. The tournament tab, how it doesn't open up. We feel that the ratios of summoning are unfair, as well as the ratios of pairing for whenever it comes to live arena, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. I am very sorry again for the lack of content. I have been, holiday blues. Holiday blues has been me, and I have been not in the best of mind frames. I'm still trying to recover from my emotional outbursts that I've recently had. It's a struggle. It's a deep struggle, but you know, hey, I will get through it just like the rest of you guys do, right? So yeah, not here for a long time, here for a good time. I appreciate my misfits. I appreciate you Smithfits and Smexing Misfits, in case you didn't know. Yeah. And yeah, peace, love, and cupcakes, guys. I really hope that y'all start with this one random act of kindness every day, just to put a smile on somebody else's face, just so you can also feel better about your day. I'm sure shit's tough. We all feel it. And all we can do is what we got to, and never give up hope, even if we feel like it's dying. Bye.